How did I never know about this? That's the exact question that led me to create this channel over 2 years ago. And ever since then, I've had the privilege of exploring so many weird, unusual, and sometimes underground places across the north of England. And all of them have left me asking that exact same question. But here's something I don't often talk about. Not every story makes it. There are places I've walked past and histories I've half researched that never became videos because the algorithm made them a risk not worth taking. And these are sometimes the stories that matter the most. And so in this video, I'm going to be completely honest with you about what it actually takes to run this channel. And I want to share with you something I've been quietly building that I think is going to let us go further, cover more, and make sure that fewer stories get left behind. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are this isn't your first time on the channel, but maybe you've stumbled across this somehow, or you've just seen 1 or 2 videos before, in which case, let me give you a lightning recap of what this channel is and how we got here. The very first outdoor videos on this channel were all about music and music history. I was going out exploring old venues, sometimes abandoned venues, and over time, things just gradually expanded. We ended up in more remote places, covering more obscure stories, and pretty much I think it's fair to say every video's kind of driven by one thing. It's sort of seeing something weird in the distance and thinking, what is that? And that kind of boils down the whole ethos of the channel. There are other things on here as well. It's a variety. Old vintage penny arcades, for example, and mountain rescue collaborations. But it's all driven by curiosity. Now, thanks to you and all of the supporters of this channel, things have grown a bit since we started. We've now got over 70 episodes on the channel. We've had much needed new equipment funded by our generous members here on YouTube. And thanks to one of our sponsors, we've even now got a drone. Not only that, but just over 1 year ago now, in June of 2025, I was lucky enough to have the chance to leave my job and focus on this full time. And ever since then, I've been out every week exploring and bringing all these stories to you. And I'm happy to say we're very close to a big milestone, on our way to 100,000 subscribers. But there is one thing that needs to change slightly, and it's all to do with the other side of running a YouTube channel. Now, these episodes, I'm sure you can imagine, take quite a bit of time to put together. For me, it's between 7 to 10 days. There's a lot of research, location scouting, travel planning, driving, sometimes staying away. And then there's the filming, the drone footage, the editing. It's fun and varied, but it's a big job. By the way, just because I know some of you will be wondering, oh, there's a bit of a bog there. Can I jump over this without sinking? Although this isn't our destination or the feature of today's video, but here is what looks like a very old stone, very kindly pointing us towards Ilkley, 3 miles away. Okay, back to it though. We're at a point where this channel needs to take a step forward and a very small step sideways. Because aside from the amount of time it takes to make these videos, well, have a look at this, something that many YouTubers won't show you. Last year, in the entirety of 2025, this channel had just over 52 million views. That's not a brag, I promise, although it's pretty exciting for me, I'm not going to lie. 52 million, that's a big number. And for the entire year, this is the money that it made. Just over £13,000. It sounds pretty great, but when you think about everything needed to put these together, well, £13,000 for a year to do all of this full time, it's actually a little concerning. We do get the occasional sponsor, but it's nothing crazy. And it has meant that over time, I've had to gradually get more and more picky with the subjects of the videos, to the point where I'm saying no to things that I think are really interesting and really valuable in terms of preservation. And even this year on the channel is looking like it's going to be the best year ever. We've had a lot of big, successful videos, but it's the same story. So in order for the channel to keep growing and allowing us to keep covering this wide variety of histories and tales, well, here's where I need your help. Today, I'm launching a brand new Patreon page. And before anybody panics, nothing is going to change on YouTube. You're still going to get all the videos, YouTube members are still going to get all of your perks, but I've created and designed a few new extras for anyone who's able to and wants to play a bigger part in this channel's future. And of course, in return, you get some juicy bonuses. And one of the reasons for using Patreon, and you've probably noticed a lot of bigger creators do this as well, is because firstly, it gives me a lot more flexibility when it comes to sharing extra videos, behind the scenes and podcasts. And also, in terms of funding the videos, well, YouTube take 30% of members' fees and Patreon only take 10%. So here's what's on offer. Members at every single tier will get their name in the end credits of each video. And if you're an explorer, you'll get instant access to the adventure map. This is a map that I've been putting together and updating for several months now, pinning locations from all of the videos, but also adding links to my custom OS Maps routes, downloadable GPX files, and there's also additional helpful visitor information in there for some of the more tricky destinations. For Pathfinders, you'll get access to a monthly podcast episode. The last Monday of every month will be a new audio episode released, where I'm going to talk about things that happened off camera that didn't make it into the video. This is going to be things like mistakes, things that went wrong. That's actually quite a frequent occurrence for me behind the scenes. Things that simply didn't make the edit, and also other exciting developments happening behind the scenes on the channel. On this first episode, for example, I'll share a story about a recent mountain rescue training day that I was fortunate to be able to attend. It was an exciting day for many reasons, partly because, well, the training routine quickly turned into a legitimate call out to a very severe injury. It was a heavy day, all in all, by the end of it, and we weren't filming anything. It was purely for my education. It was a learning day. So you can hear a bit more about that in the first episode. And if you just can't wait for new videos, on the final tier for the pioneers, you'll get early access to new videos. In fact, the first one is live on Patreon right now, and it's going to be coming to YouTube next Monday. And although I'm quite biased, of course, it's a good one. Now, aside from simply helping to keep the videos come, I'm hoping that this will allow us to expand a little bit more. I've had so many requests from people for places to go and visit, and I've been building what is now a very long shortlist. It's not really a shortlist anymore. And the truth is, a lot of these destinations look great, but I simply just don't have the funds, the capacity to visit them right now. So I'm excited to see where we can take this and what the rest of the year is going to look like for Northern Introvert. Now, if you've got any questions, queries, things you're wondering about, worried about, or if there's additional content you want to see on Patreon, well, let me know in the comments either here or over there, or feel free to DM me on any other social platform where you can find me. I'm in most places. You can read more about what's on offer by scanning the QR code on screen, or head to patreon.com/Northern Introvert. But if that's not for you, but don't worry. Everything's going to carry on here on YouTube as normal. And regardless of the Patreon stuff, I do want to give a genuine massive thank you to everyone who's helped the channel from the beginnings to where it is today. Because if you'd have asked me at the beginning whether I thought we'd be closing up on 100,000 subscribers, I would have said no. And I'm typically somebody who overshoots on ambition, so that's saying something. So thank you so much for being a part of this and making it all possible. I'm intrigued and excited to hear about what you all think of this new video. It's going to be out next week, so fingers crossed, I'll see you there.